Dance is a performing art consisting of a collection of purposefully selected short movements that are composed together into one global sequence with meaningful content. Generating music-driven motions is a challenging task, especially for long-term sequences. Such sequences tend to be repetitive and monotonic if not synthesized carefully. A dance should maintain some global distribution of movements that follow a choreography. In this work, we present a music-driven motion synthesis framework that enables synthesizing high-quality motions that are synchronized with the beat of a music signal. In addition, our framework provides control over the generated choreography, ensuring that the global content of the synthesized motion represents the culture of a specific dance genre. The main premise of this work is that motion sequences can be divided into small motion words based on the beat, which can be clustered into groups of motion motifs. The distribution of these motifs, which is represented as motion signatures, defines the global content of the dance. Such a representation can be used to distinguish between different dance genres and even between different roles within the same genre, such as leader and follower in salsa. Using signatures and motion words allows us to control the global content of the generated motions. Our hierarchical framework is divided into three main levels: the pose, the motif, and the choreography. The goal of the pose component is to generate skeleton poses that are long-term stable and temporally coherent using an auto-conditioned long short-term memory network. At the motif level, consecutive poses are collected between every 2 beats to form a motion word. Then, subtle variation is applied to the output through an ADA-in layer, which is controlled by the spectral audio features. We use a motion perceptual loss to ensure that the generated word belongs to a specific motif. At the highest level, the choreography component controls the global content of the generated dance. It drives the animation by generating a sequence of target motifs. The choreography level makes sure that the distribution of motifs generated matches, in the long term, the input signature distribution of the dance genre. For more details, please refer to the paper. Our network can generate high-quality dance animations that maintain the global content of the original choreography. Here, we can see that over time, the motion signature of the synthesized motion converges to the target motion signature. In this example, we generate 2 motion sequences using the same target motifs, but music with different beats per minute.
Tienes el barrio caliente y una pila enamorada.
As you can see, the resulting dances are different and match the slower or faster pace of the music. Here we compare our framework and the auto-conditioned LSTM vanilla network. We provide both networks with similar initial conditions and extracted 3 instances from each trained model. As you can see, the auto-conditioned LSTM generates exactly the same motion sequence without variability and cannot preserve the global content of the original choreography. Our technique generates choreography variations and converges into the target signature. Here, we demonstrate the effect of our motion perceptual loss term. We show the motion motif and its cluster of motions around it in the embedding space. Without perceptual loss, the motion words generated are far from the motif. Using motion perceptual loss creates motion words closer to the motif that better satisfy the target signature. Here, we show that the spectral audio features are responsible for subtle variations in the output motions. The 3 animations were generated with the same input parameters, except for the input spectral features that were extracted from different songs with the same beat per minute. In this example, we demonstrate how foot sliding control can be added in post-processing based on the predicted foot contact labels the network provides during synthesis. Here are more results from different dance genres.
I know that I could escape, but I don't wanna hurt you, hurt you. Do I really love you? Do I really love
Our method is capable of recreating an existing dance performed by a professional dancer. We extract the sequence of motifs from the input dance and insert it to our network. As you can see, the synthesized dance is very similar to the original. Finally, our method can be used to fill the gaps between motion motifs selected by the user. Here, the user selects specific target motifs at specific times, and the network synthesizes a coherent, smooth dance between these motion motifs.